that when she went to meet the needs of the patients, she was given not the regular gown and mask and gloves and the rest. She was given a New York Yankees rain poncho. Others were wearing garbage bags. Some of them said they were wearing medical waste on their faces because they could not change the mask, and they would go to maybe 4 patients instead of the 1 and discard. So again, we thank them, we honor them, we revere them, but we have no right to do that unless we support them with what they need. They are risking their lives to save other lives, and now they may lose their jobs unless we do our HEROES Act, which I look forward to our doing. And for testing, we secured $25 billion for testing, which is key, central to reopening our economy and resuming our lives. The administration has also agreed, and this is very positive, a national testing strategy that will increase domestic testing capacity and address disparities, including across race, ethnicity, and geographic reasons. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, the administration was not ready to include funding for our heroes, our healthcare, fire, EMS, and other essential workers, for the postal system, which is essential to us now in getting information as materials where they need to be. And that's why CARES 2 must be our HEROES Act, focusing on support for those healthcare and essential workers, and I can't say it enough. And then with that overarching concern for them, OSHA, so they have safety in the workplace, family medical leave, so that they can meet the needs of their families, COBRA, for those who've lost their jobs, and we need full funding for COBRA, and I hope that the administration will be receptive to that. Pension, additional UI, and more indirect payments and more. So let us be clear, the health and safety of our country will be endangered if we cannot pay the heroes who sacrifice to keep us safe. They are being fired as we speak. Mr. Schumer was referencing hospitals in his state where people were let go from public hospitals, but that's not unusual. Our teachers, the custodians of our children, being let go. We have to face that, and we have to do it very soon and next. And it's unacceptable that Leader McConnell thinks that no further legislation is needed. That's what he said. No further legislation is needed. And he thinks our heroic workers can wait, and our states who hire them should go bankrupt. As CARES 2 protects the lives and livelihoods of the American people, it must also protect the American democracy, safeguarding the integrity of our elections and supporting voting by mail. So again, it's the lives of the people, the livelihood of the people, the life of our democracy. Again, our prayers are with those who are suffering. His Holiness Pope Francis, and I quote him all the time, he said weeks ago, his world prayer, that God would enlighten those who had the responsibility to take responsibility for those in their care. Let us hope that we can all be prayerful, take responsibility, do the job for the American people. We have an extraordinary opportunity to do that, but we must do so in a way that keeps them safe as we want to open our economy and do so, again, science, 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 and science. Let us show the same courage and strength and move with great urgency to provide the support that they need, that they provide to others. And again, we have our differences. There's no question. I heard the gentleman speak out against the $600 for people who are unemployed. I think that we have to do whatever we can to recognize that public policy has a role here, that governance carries with it responsibilities and opportunity and results and progress for the American people, and that science and governance are the answers to meeting the healthcare needs and meeting the needs of our economy as we go forward. So I thank our colleagues for their leadership, Maxine Waters, Nydia Velasquez, Frank Pallone, our distinguished chair of the Ways and Means Committee, for his work, so many people. And again, others. Right now, as we speak, the Agriculture Committee is meeting, and as some of our colleagues have said, we can't do SNAP. They turned down SNAP, food stamps at a time when America is hungry. We have our differences, but we are coming together on this particular bill, and I'm proud of that. It is bipartisan, it is urgent, and let us get on with it so that we can get on to supporting our heroes in a way that is worthy of their sacrifice. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield back.
The Honorable Speaker of the House yields back. The gentleman from Massachusetts reserves. The gentleman from